Can I get a heads up from the iPhone fanatics? This is especially for you, the iPhone 14 versus iPhone 14 Pro Max. Something you've been waiting for. Well, both are new phones from the same company, but guess what? They still have a bunch of differences and epic features that you probably aren't aware of. From the unique displays in different sizes to a great outlook, there's a lot that needs your attention. So let's dig in to explore, but before we jump into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Starting off with the prices. The standard iPhone 14 begins at $1,399, and the new iPhone 14 OR More costs somewhat more at $1,579. There are now various contenders edging up with the price tag. Well, size is the greatest iPhone 14 versus iPhone 14 More contrast. The iPhone 14 has a 6.1-inch show, while the iPhone 14 Plus gets a bigger 6.7-inch show. The iPhone 14 weighs a little more than 6 ounces, while the iPhone 14 Max weighs in at a little north of 7 ounces. Yet, to the side, the iPhone doesn't differ much, and both mirror the shape and extent of the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Expert Max that preceded. The iPhone models get aluminum outlines with gleaming backs. What's more, as with the past gen iPhones, the iPhone 14 and 14 Max are IP68 water and residue safe and have the Lightning port for charging. The iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus stick with a similar indent as the iPhone 13 series. And that means it will particularly be there, 25% more modest than the iPhone 12. The iPhone 14 Plus and Pro Max have disposed of the full indent and have a pill-molded cutout for Face ID and the front camera, all things considered. The iPhones have skirted master movement, which Apple has again saved for the professionals. They rather have 60 Hz, which is obsolete for most phones. The two iPhones offer the same color varieties to pick from. They are Starlight, Midnight, Blue, Purple, and Red. The iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus offer great camera hardware. That consists of two 12-megapixel cameras for the back, filling fundamental and ultra-wide needs, and one more 12-megapixel camera on the front for your selfie-taking requirements. One new element that you won't find on past iPhones is the Photonic Motor. This is Apple's extravagant name for another picture-handling pipeline that shines on having better low-light chances. This is where the distinction between the two iPhones gets intriguing. The iPhone 14 OR More satisfies its name and maximizes on the battery front, stretching out beyond the iPhone 14. iPhone 14 OR More is additionally expected to excel on the custom battery test. Talking about the performance of the two, the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus gives the 2021 A15 Bionic chip to control them. Apple chose to give just the iPhone 14 Star and iPhone 14 Pro Max the new A16 Bionic chip. A similar chip implies comparative power for the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus, although both have an extra GPU center and further developed coding contrasted with the iPhone 13, meaning a slight execution knock even with similar silicon. Apple additionally gave it a similar new highlight, crash detection, and satellite-fueled crisis SOS. Ideally, you won't ever have to naturally tell somebody you've been in a vehicle impact or have gotten lost somewhere in the wild. However, both of these iPhones will assist you with that. Also, what about the storage of these phones? Well, the two iPhones offer quite similar storage with limits of 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, and 512 gigabytes. The truth is that Apple has highlighted its best features for the iPhone 14 Pro, like a 48-megapixel camera, expert movement show, and consistently in plain view. In any case, with the $100 price jump, a ton of users could go to the ordinary iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus. What do you think about this iPhone 14 versus iPhone 14 Pro Max battle? Have you marked your favorite? Comment down below. For more interesting and informative videos, keep watching and stay tuned for more.